Thank you very much. Try to cover a lot of things. Ms. Abercrombie, more than $44 billion has been appropriated for weapons to support Ukraine since the start of the conflict a year and a half ago. Yet a recent fact sheet shows that 62% of the funds have not even been put on contract. Do you think this is correct? And if confirmed, will you take steps to clear this backlog as soon as possible?
Senator Wicker, thank you for your question, and thank you for the time in your office last week. If confirmed, Senator, I will absolutely commit to you that I will focus on ensuring we are contracting using all the funds that Congress has appropriated for the Ukraine backfill effort and for Ukraine itself and getting those on contract. My understanding in speaking with the Department of the Army is that they have at least a 60% contracted rate going forward. But Senator, I pledge to look into that if confirmed across all the services.
Hope we can solve that. I understand from our experts that a few hundred Harpoons on Taiwan could significantly blunt Chinese amphibious advances. But the contracting timelines for Harpoons have been far too long, and senior leadership has not exerted any pressure to fix this problem. How can we fix this problem? And do you agree that just a few hundred Harpoons would be a significant help to Taiwan?
Senator, my understanding is based on prior positions is that indeed Harpoons would be a very effective weapon system for Taiwan, and agree with you that the contracting process has taken far too long. If confirmed, I pledge to take a hard look at the FMS programs with Taiwan and look at ways we can shorten the contracting timelines through conversations with industry as well as with the partner, and take a look at foreign military sales improvement overall.
Okay, I hope you will get back to us quickly on that. And I'll make that specific request.
Absolutely.
In writing for this hearing. Now, Mr. Cholet, you and I had a very nice conversation too. You had a role with the State Department with regard to the withdrawal from Afghanistan. Is that correct?
Senator, again, thanks again for the time the other day. I really appreciated the conversation. As a senior advisor to Secretary Blinken, I'm sort of a utility infielder for the Secretary. So during the evacuation, it was an all-hands-on-deck exercise, and I did whatever I could to try to solve problems, which included working mainly with our allies and partners as we were coordinating this multinational effort of the evacuation.
In an interview with George Stephanopoulos, the president said, and I quote, "If there's American citizens left, we're going to stay and get them out." The question was, would the U.S. troops stay beyond August 31st if there were still Americans to evacuate? The president's response was in the affirmative. When did you realize that the president was not going to do this?
Well, Senator, thanks for the question. My memory is that the president received a unanimous recommendation from his advisors to have all of our troops out by August 31st, which was, of course, several months after the original May 1st deadline to have all of our troops out under the Doha Agreement.
That in fact did not happen.
Sorry, sir. That said, all of our work to get the people out of Afghanistan who have wanted to leave, and there was 120,000 during the evacuation in August of 2021. It's been in the neighborhood of 15,000 since then, and that's in a situation where the United States does not have a presence on the ground. There's no embassy. There's no Americans there, and it's been a very intensive effort to get those who served alongside with us out of Afghanistan.
Okay, well, the fact is, and I'd like for you to supplement your answer on the record, please, sir. The president did, in fact, withdraw all U.S. troops without evacuating all the Americans who wanted to leave. So I'll ask you to supplement that answer on the record. Did you say in response to an Associated Press quote about the southern border, quote, that this is a security threat is preposterous and not supported by the evidence, unquote? Did you say that?
Senator Wicker, I don't recall that comment, but what I can tell you is I believe that we need to have a safe and secure border. We are not there yet. The Defense Department plays a critical supporting role to the Department of Homeland Security, Customs and Border Protection. I know Secretary Austin just recently has augmented the troops down to help assist with the southern border. And so if confirmed, that is something I would continue to work on.
Okay, so you, at least now, you do believe that the situation on the southern border is a security threat, and you that you at DOD now will have a specific role to counter the cartels there on the southern border.
Senator, yes. What I believe is that DOD plays a critical supporting role to other agencies and state and local partners in helping secure that border. If confirmed, I will continue to ensure that it plays that role.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Senator Wicker. Senator Sheen, please.